What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of GEARBreakerNation, where we give excellent assessment and reviews. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing the 4th episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead Brujo. Now, the episode picks up where Amanda is in Books from Beyond, still handcuffed to this table, when possessed Lionel ends up getting up and gets ready to attack her. And just when Lionel can kill her, who shows up? Ruby. Ruby shows up and ends up saving Amanda's life. Then you got Ash, Pablo, and Kelly who are driving, and Kelly ends up seeming like she's sick, like because of the altercation with Elago, she did end up hitting her head. So they think she's got a concussion, which is why she isn't feeling too well. We get the first-person view of the evil essence, once again, just running across the land and traveling across the land. But they actually show what the evil essence looks like, because now it's converging on the three as they're traveling. And the evil essence looks completely bad fucking ass. All you see is this big old greenish looking cloud that looks like a big fart cloud just running behind these two, and it's like running into the back of his trailer. I thought that was freaking funny. And then it was one scene where you see that there's another car on the opposite way ran straight into the fog, and you see the car get flipped and destroyed, and it was like, bam, that's what I'm talking about. And I like the fact that they show what that essence look like, because in all of the movies you never actually see what it looks like. But now you actually see this really big fart cloud that's running across the land, which I thought was done pretty well. So it's converging on it, and it nearly gets them, but it ends up hitting this like spiritual barrier after, you know, the three of them end up making it onto Pablo's uncle's land. And there's like a barrier around it against evil essences and forces and stuff. So, of course, it just hits this big old invisible wall, which is pretty cool. And then we get exposition on Ruby, who's just released Amanda. And you kind of find out that is the sister of one of Ash's friends, who Ash ended up having to kill her because she became a Deadite. So now Ruby is going after him. And, of course, Amanda already doesn't like Ash as it is, so they decide to just join forces and go pursue him together. Now, while the two of them are in the car, she ends up showing Amanda that she has Ash's hand from the second film, the one that got infected. He ended up cutting it off, and she's using it to track him, and it's like all gross and pulpy and stuff, and it looked like shit. Back to the main three, you got Ash talking to Brujo, and there have been some pretty interesting conversations. As you can see, Brujo kind of sees something in Ash, even though he doesn't really see it for himself. And Kelly still isn't feeling too well right at this point, but Brujo actually does see something in Ash like Pablo does, and they end up saying that the only way that he can really bring out his potential and get more answers is for him to just go on this like spiritual journey. So basically him and Brujo end up going on this acid trip, and it is crazy. Like the stuff that you see the stuff that's like going through his head, it's just freaking crazy. And it actually shows what Ash's like favorite spot in the world is. It's like Jacksonville, Florida. And you get this weird thing where he's just sitting on this pier and it's really bright as, you know, sunrise or sunset or whatever it is. And his pet lizard even just makes an appearance in his head and it's like talking to him. And it's like, this dude is really tripping. And of course, back in the trailer, you got Kelly that's still not feeling too well and feels like something is in her head because, you know, the concussion. And you got Pablo, who's sitting here trying to help Ash once again, and is trying to build him a robotic hand to help him in his endeavors. And then while they're in this trailer, it's revealed that Kelly is actually possessed by Elagos, which is why she said acting like her head is hurting and everything. She's actually possessed. Kelly ends up tricking Pablo and electrocuting him, nearly killing him, and then she runs to Brujo, who is still there with Ash, even though Ash is kind of like in this meditative state. So she goes to get Brujo's help. This, of course, is a distraction because now Elagos goes into this acid trip dream with Ash and attacks him. And it seems like Ash is going to fold, but Ash ends up actually fighting back. But what he doesn't realize is that even though he's fighting the demon in his head, he's actually fighting Kelly in real life and nearly kills Kelly, but Pablo ends up knocking him unconscious. So this was a pretty interesting episode. I really liked it. I thought it was a pretty interesting way to kind of get a little bit into Ash's head and everything. And also, I did like the fact that they showed what the essence looks like. Every time you see that thing, the first person view where the thing just going across the land, you actually get to see what people are freaking scared of. And I'm actually glad that they put that in this episode. So guys, let me know what you thought about episode 4 Brujo, and I definitely will catch you guys in the next edition of GEARBreakerNation. And remember, keep those gears turning.